Hey, Jerry Motorman Palladino here for Born to Ride TV with my tip of the week.
Jerry, we've just completed your course, and I've got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Since you put a lot of people through your course, what kind of mistakes do you see everybody making?
Well, we see a ton of mistakes, but one of the most prevalent that I see are people trying to turn the motorcycle and apply the front brake at the same time. Now, when you do that and that front wheel is turned and you apply the brake, you're putting your weight, your motorcycle's weight, plus the weight of your momentum suddenly in a lean, and the bike goes down very quick, very hard, and very fast. And I see a lot of people out on the street doing the same thing. When you're turning your motorcycle, you need to rely on the rear brake, not the front. You can only apply the front brake when the handlebars are pointed straight ahead.
Okay. What's the most important skill or technique that everybody should know?
Well, I would have to say that's the proper use of your head and eyes. I see it all the time here on the course. When people first start, they tend to want to look down at the ground or down at the cones or anything that they don't want to hit. When you turn your head and eyes, you need to turn and look in the direction you want the motorcycle to go. It's the opposite of your instinct, and that's why it takes a little bit of practice, usually about 3 or 4 hours for somebody to get used to that, to looking only where they want the bike to go and never at anything they don't want to run into. Remember, all it takes to ride like a pro is a little practice. Hey, Jerry Motorman Palladino here for Born to Ride TV with my tip of the week.
I noticed you do all of your coursework and your DVD practicing maneuvers in the parking lot. Everybody rides on the road, so what's the purpose of doing everything at such low speed in the parking lot?
Just about every exercise that we have in my course has a direct relationship to incidents that you'll find out on the road. Now, for instance, if you want to practice your swerving maneuvers, you could do it out on the street. You could cruise on down the road and hope that somebody pulls out in front of you. But of course, if you make a mistake there, the results could be a serious death or a crash. If you practice in a parking lot under controlled conditions for the road, you're much better off, especially at low speeds, which, by the way, most crashes impact at below 20 miles an hour. That's why low speed handling is so important, because that's the time you're going to crash is at low speeds. I see it all the time. It's a rare thing to see a crash out on the interstate. It's almost always in city traffic at low speeds. Remember, all it takes to ride like a pro is a little practice. Hey, Jerry Motorman Palladino here for Born to Ride TV with my tip of the week. If you frequently ride with a passenger, you need to be able to handle the motorcycle just as well with a passenger on board as you do by yourself. The only way to do that is to practice your low-speed maneuvers with a passenger on board, once, of course, you've mastered them while riding solo. As a passenger, the passenger, when making tight low-speed turns, should get up close to the rider. The closer you get to the rider, the more it's like there's only one person on the motorcycle. Passengers should also turn their head and eyes in the direction that the rider is. That'll keep the passenger from moving in the opposite direction and leaning the wrong way. Remember, all it takes to ride like a pro is a little practice.